7 that's coming up? Oh, look at that. Ava, you want to come upstairs with me? I'll go take a picture. Here, why don't you sit there? You like seeing everything? Should we go back down? Or we're gonna have to get off soon. Okay. Next stop, perfect timing. We're just getting some snacks and some coffee, so we have energy to take in all the interesting artifacts and sites at the National Archaeological Museum. Just got this coffee here, and it's ridiculously hot. I can't hold it for more than 2 seconds. So we made it in the museum, and we literally ran across to get into the entrance from the cafe because the heat is just insane today. We're just enjoying this Greek cheese treat. Meanwhile, the babies are fighting over the milk. Yeah. So I don't know if we'll be taking a lot of video inside, but if we are, I'll see you guys inside.
Okay. The National Archaeological Museum is where we are, okay? And it's the top ancient Greek art collection anywhere. People describe and understand what they see by looking at it and observing it. So what do you see? One of the first things you see when you look at it?
A mouse.
Exactly. And what else do you see?
A nose.
Exactly. So that's what it looks like. So we could determine this is probably a head, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is how art historians determine what type of art these people are creating. But for these people, it wasn't art or prayer. We don't know exactly what they used them for. So, but all these everything you see here, like this right here, art historians assume that they would have been painted in very bright colors. But this greatest early things from civilization. Okay, and it was discovered in Mycenae, and it was discovered underground. In a burial, they assume it was a death mask.
Oh, okay.
And like you can see the features of the actual person, and most people don't know how significant that is. It's one of the most significant.
Yeah. It just says finds from grave, like whoop-de-doo, some finds from any grave.
Mommy.
These are all super old. What do you like? You like the bracelet? Looks like a bracelet. It tells you what they are there based on the numbers. So 42 is spherical beads, another in the shape of an ivy leaf.
Daddy, do you know this wine in them?
What is in them? Sorry?
Wine.
And you can see the intrinsic decorations that they did. Pottery is a whole study in itself.
This is really beautiful stuff, honestly. It's cracked because it's really old, and pottery is not something that is meant to last for a long time. That's why people use metals, gold, silver, and other metals, because they last longer.
Daddy, look at that.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, it's so pretty though.
Let's follow Mom, Ava. Neolithic figurines.
Okay, so basically a lot of it was very small size. A lot of them have to do with fertility, but a lot often you'll see the breasts of women, like emphasizing.
But that kind of sounds like fertility to me.
Emphasizing in very important parts of the woman body for fertility in a sense. It's really cyclic figurines. See, this is a harp player. He's playing the harp. This is what we assume that he's playing the harp. That's what it looks like. And the harp is shaped like a bird.
They're definitely very abstract.
Like they were so old yet look so modern. This stele, okay? So this would be her servant. So we don't a lot of times see this women depicted in their everyday life at this point. You can see this is her servant attending to her. I think she might be handing her jewelry, her jewels, because they were showing wealth. Like her jewels and stuff. Art historians really like looking at the garments. You can see the flow of her garments.
Right.
And you can start to see how it evolves into like this is before the classical, so you're gonna see how the placing of garments are so important. Like you can see she has them kind of held up and they're falling to her side here. And you can even see like how her legs are positioned. It's pulling the garment forward. So this is the Korai, and there's the female version is the Koros and Korai, okay? That's the difference. So ancient Egypt, you know where Egypt is? You've learned about it, like the pyramids and stuff. It was very permanent. So they did have left foot that was out. Yeah, and they would stand with their arms at the side, and you can see this influence in these early Greek sculpture. For example, you can tell that one's earlier because he is so stoic and there is no expression.
No, zero.
So his smile. So as it goes on, it's something called the Archaeological, and you can see it in all of these.
Oh yeah.
You start to see this like unnatural smile, but for them, it was starting to at least show some type of expression. They were just trying to show like they're real people, like they're starting to become more real, but their bodies are still very geometric. So rather than strict realism, they show
What's that face?
They capture a geometric idea.
These are 7 feet tall?
7 heads.
7
Most
heads.
of them, not all of them, most of the later. Starting to make that shift, you know what I mean? Like you can see the indentation of his breast and the central area of his actual stomach, like where you know your rib cage would be and so on. So I would assume this is later subjects, getting closer to more classical.
So we just completed a tour of the National Archaeological Museum back in the sun. And that was a very interesting museum. A lot of art from the antiquity period to the Hellenistic period. We got to see all kinds of sculptures. It was basically sculptures the whole way through. We got Robyn to give us a nice tour of the premises, and that was very informative, Robyn, actually. You're a pro.
Oh yeah.
No, she really is.
Detail.
She really is a pro. Honestly though, like you can get tours that are full of detail and you don't remember anything, and you can get tours that are a little less formal and you know you just remember them better, because when you have too much detail in a tour that lasts an hour or so, you're just not going to remember that much. So honestly, she was great. We'll see if we can post it or not, but that was pretty awesome. So we're back to this cafe. We're just gonna have some refreshments. We're dead thirsty again, and the babies are in need of hydration. Where do you want to sit? Perhaps right here?
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, that's the port gyro. Awesome. Here we got some Greek traditional salad. It's really hot, so I know it's a little boring, but we're gonna go with something light and refreshing. And we got as I say that, I go from the Greek salad to the pork gyro, but hey, we haven't had gyro since we've been here, so this is our first time. And then we're going with the very traditional Greek pesto linguine. So, getting a little treat for the kids here. They want to drop everything. I don't know why. It's what they do. Oh, there we go again. No. Hey Rose, I'm not interested in playing that game with you. You know that? I'm not interested in playing that game. No. Ketchup is too close. Too close to the danger area. I have to move it right.
Try putting napkins on their shirts for them.
Oh, no. Spoon too close. Plate too close.